In the shadow of conflict, a new threat has emerged. The Houthi rebels, backed by Iran, have threatened the US and UK. This isn't a distant threat, confined to the political sphere. This is a direct confrontation, a challenge thrown in the face of two of the world's most powerful nations. The Houthis are not new players on the world stage, but their audacity has caught many off guard. In a brazen act of aggression, the Houthi rebels launched 15 attack drones, aiming their sights at the US and UK navies patrolling the Red Sea. But the mighty ocean didn't provide enough of a cover for their nefarious plans. The US Navy intercepted these drones, nipping the threat in the bud. But the rebels were not deterred. They turned their attention to Israel, pressuring the nation into a ceasefire with Gaza. This move has sent ripples through the geopolitical landscape, stoking fears of a regional conflict. The US, in response, has urged Israel to refrain from escalating maritime warfare with the Houthis. This isn't just about military might and political power plays. The stakes are far higher, with global trade hanging in the balance. The Red Sea, a vital artery for international commerce, is under threat. Major shipping companies have paused their journeys, disrupting the timely delivery of goods around the world. The ripples of this conflict could soon touch every shore, as the potential rerouting of ships could lead to significant delays. And what does this mean for us, for the everyday person? It could slow shipments of oil, grain, and consumer goods. The economic impact of the trade disruptions is uncertain, but it's clear that the actions of the Houthi rebels could resonate far beyond the borders of Yemen and the waters of the Red Sea. As the tensions in the Red Sea threaten global trade, the world watches, waiting for the next move. In the face of threats, the US and UK stand firm. Their response? Operation Prosperity Guardian. This international mission, launched to combat Houthi drone and missile attacks on commercial vessels in the Red Sea, is a testament to unity and strength. But the US and UK aren't alone in this endeavor. They're joined by a coalition of forces from Bahrain, Canada, France, Italy, the Netherlands, Norway, Seychelles, and Spain. This collective effort is not just about protecting individual nations, but about safeguarding global commerce and maintaining international peace. The mission has been successful thus far, with US and UK naval forces intercepting Houthi attacks. The USS Carney neutralized 14 suspected attack drones, while the UK's HMS Diamond destroyed a drone targeting merchant shipping. Yet, despite these successes, the Houthi rebels persist in their attacks, threatening to turn the Red Sea into a graveyard. The resilience and determination displayed by these forces, particularly the US and UK navies, are commendable. Their strategic and tactical prowess has managed to keep the Houthi threat at bay, ensuring the safety of crucial maritime routes. However, it's not just about the here and now, it's about anticipating future threats and preparing for them. The Houthi rebels have shown a level of tenacity that's concerning. Their increased attacks in the Red Sea in support of Hamas during the Israel-Hamas war underline their resolve to disrupt peace and security. While naval warfare experts believe that the Houthis do not pose a significant threat to well-defended American warships, the rebels' persistence paints a different picture. This situation demands vigilance, preparedness, and an unwavering commitment to maintaining global peace. As the threats persist, the US and UK take action, retaliating with more than 60 strikes overnight. It's an intense scene of resolve as the two nations confront the Houthi rebels in Yemen. The clear and present danger of the attacks on commercial shipping lanes and the very fabric of global trade has pushed them to respond. These retaliatory strikes are not random acts of aggression. They are precise, calculated moves targeting radar stations, weapons storage facilities, and launch sites of the Houthi rebels. The goal is to dismantle their offensive capabilities, to disrupt their chain of command, and to neutralize the threat they pose to international commerce. But this isn't a simple matter of shooting down drones or blowing up radar stations. The UK Defence Ministry, in a statement, emphasized the meticulous planning that has gone into these actions. Every strike, every target is chosen with the intention of minimizing risks to civilians. The last thing anyone wants is for this to escalate into a full-blown war with innocent lives caught in the crossfire. This is a fight against the Houthi rebels, not the people of Yemen. But here's the million-dollar question. Will these strikes be enough to deter the rebels? Will this show of force make them rethink their strategy, their alliances? It's a complex issue, and there are no easy answers. As one military expert suggests, a single night of strikes, no matter how targeted or powerful, may not be enough to significantly impact the Houthi rebels' capabilities. In the face of such a persistent threat, it may take more than a show of force to bring about a resolution. It may require sustained pressure, repeated strikes, and a concerted international effort to quell the unrest and secure the vital trade routes in the Red Sea. But will these strikes be enough? A military expert suggests otherwise. As the dust settles, the implications of these events start to emerge. The tensions in the Red Sea, a critical artery of global trade, have caused major shipping companies to pause their vessels' journeys. This halt in movement, while necessary for the safety of the crews, has a domino effect on the timely delivery of goods worldwide. Consider for a moment the vast array of products that flow through this region. From the oil that powers our vehicles and heats our homes, to the grain that feeds our livestock and fills our bread baskets, the Red Sea is a lifeline for these essential goods. And it's not just these raw materials at stake. The consumer goods that fill our shops and online marketplaces, everything from electronics to clothing, often travel these same maritime highways. The economic impact of these disruptions is hard to quantify, but it's safe to say that it could be significant. For instance, rerouting ships around the Cape of Good Hope isn't just a far longer journey, it's also a more expensive one. These added costs can translate to higher prices for consumers and could also slow down the global economic recovery from the recent financial downturn. But perhaps the most concerning implication is the potential for these events to escalate into a larger conflict. Naval warfare in the Red Sea isn't just a regional issue, it's a global one. The involvement of superpowers like the US and UK, as well as Iran's alleged support of the Houthi rebels, adds a layer of geopolitical complexity to the situation. In a world connected by trade, the ripples of these events touch every corner of the globe. What happens in the Red Sea doesn't stay in the Red Sea. It affects us all, from the prices we pay at the pump to the food on our tables, and even the stability of our global community. As we look ahead, uncertainty remains. But one thing is clear, the world is watching. These unfolding events in the Red Sea have the potential to spiral into a larger conflict, as warned by military experts. It's not just about the immediate threat anymore. It's about setting clear objectives for the future and ensuring that the actions taken now don't inadvertently fan the flames of war. The United States has made its position clear. It will not hesitate to take further action if needed to protect personnel and international commerce. This isn't just a stance taken by a single nation, but a commitment echoed by allies across the globe. The safety of global trade routes is not a matter of national interest, but a shared responsibility that transcends borders. These are not just words on paper. They are promises of action, of readiness to respond to threats to the global order. The US, the UK, and their allies are not just observers in this situation. They are active players prepared to protect their interests and maintain the safety of global trade. Yet, as we look towards the horizon, we must remember that this isn't just about military action. It's about diplomacy, negotiation, and finding a path to peace amidst the storm. It's about understanding the complexities of a situation that extends beyond the borders of Yemen and the waters of the Red Sea. It's a global issue, and it requires a global response. In the face of threats and uncertainty, the US, UK, and their allies stand ready, prepared to protect their interests and maintain the safety of global trade. The world is watching, and it waits with bated breath to see what the dawn will bring.